Thanks, Ben. The headlines in the southeast today. A blow for Eastbourne as its annual women's tennis tournament faces being downgraded. We're live in Eastbourne to assess the impact there. Eat, sleep, stream, repeat 24 hours with Turbo as the Brighton content creator breaks records for continuous live streaming.
Got my coffee in hand. It's really carrying the whole ordeal.
And a penalty and a point for Crawley, but will it be enough in their push for promotion? Hello, welcome to the programme. I'm Ellie Crisell. Eastbourne's annual women's tennis tournament. It's a significant date in the international sporting calendar, but its ability to attract the top names could be compromised by new plans to bring back women's tennis to Queen's Club in London. A new women's tournament currently being discussed by the Lawn Tennis Association would take place a week before the men's Queen's event and have significant repercussions for Eastbourne as there are restrictions on the number of events top players can compete in. Well, Chrissy is over there live for us in Eastbourne this lunchtime. Hello, Chrissy. What would the impact be there if this comes to pass?
Ellie, it's likely to have a big impact, so naturally here in Eastbourne there is a lot of concern. This tournament has attracted the top female players for 50 years now. It's got a really strong reputation. It also attracts big crowds, which is a massive boost to the local economy. One hotel owner said while she is devastated if it were to be downgraded and that decision were made, she's trying to remain positive.
Tennis is not going to stop in Eastbourne, but we've got to look at the wider economy and we've got to look at all of the B&Bs owners, we've got to look at the restaurants and the bars. But people who like tennis will still want to come to Eastbourne. Some people might not, but I think we're still going to get people that will like coming to Eastbourne and making maybe a weekend of it, a few days of it. So that's really what I'm hoping.
So events like this really matter to this Sussex town. Of course, there's Eastbourne Airborne as well. Questions over that's long-term survival due to finances. And then this September, the University of Brighton leaves Eastbourne as well. So if this tournament were downgraded, the town really would lose out. Now, I've been to this tournament on a number of occasions and there's a very different vibe to Wimbledon. It's more intimate and more relaxed, and that's what a lot of people like about it. The LTA chief executive has said the reality of Eastbourne's location is that it is commercially limited. So that sounds like it really is all about the money. The LTA will make their decision later this month.
Chrissy, thank you. A court has heard that a Brighton couple arranged the murder of the man's first wife 42 years ago following a passionate affair. The body of 36-year-old Carol Morgan was found in her shop in Leighton Buzzard in August 1981. 73-year-old Alan Morgan and 75-year-old Margaret Morgan deny conspiracy to murder. The trial at Luton Crown Court continues. Drivers are facing severe delays after the closure of the A23 southbound, which has been shut due to emergency road repairs after a car fire earlier. It's taking motorists 80 minutes to get through. There's also congestion on the Brighton Road at Hand Cross due to a broken down lorry. Now, imagine your life as a 24-hour performance. Daunting? Well, not for one content creator from Brighton who's in the middle of a continuous live stream. He even sleeps in full view of his audience. Toby Smith, better known as Turbo, has been streaming his life for his many millions of social media followers since March. Ian Palmer went to meet him to find out why.
Content creator Toby Smith, also known as Turbo, celebrating the longest streaming record of 27 days. How do you better that? By going for 90 days. That's live on air for every minute of every day for 3 months. You must be absolutely exhausted.
Well, there's been days where it's been like, yeah, I'm shattered, but today's all right. Got my coffee in hand. It's really carrying the whole ordeal.
The event is called Tubathon 3. Cameras follow the 20-year-old's every move, even as he sleeps. The annual event started to mark his record of 430,000 average viewers on one of his streams.
Before streaming, a lot of the live content was very professional, very detached from the viewer. The viewer was watching a show rather than partaking in the show. It feels like there's a little bit more of like a connection to the people who make the stuff and the stuff that they watch. And I don't know, that's why I think it's so popular.
On day 40 of Toby's gruelling challenge, the team has organised a day of go-karting near his home in Brighton. What's more, he's invited dozens of his YouTuber friends. Following the safety briefing, some of the world's most prolific content creators take their vehicles for an outing. Every time someone subscribes to the broadcast, it adds a minute to the clock.
It's probably the coolest camera we've ever had for one of these.
Toby Smith says the hardest part of the challenge is entertaining his viewers while sleep deprived. With a little help from his friends, he'll have no trouble entertaining people today. Ian Palmer, BBC South East Today, Albourne, near Brighton.
Quite the watch now. On to football, and with the season reaching its climax, every match is crucial for playoff hopefuls Crawley. Last night they were taking on promotion rivals Barrow, as Piers Hopkirk reports.
Either side here can afford a slip-up.
With the League Two promotion battle reaching a thrilling climax, this was a contest between the two sides still clinging on to the playoff places. And it was Barrow who broke the deadlock. Emil Aqua heading the Bluebirds in front shortly before the break. His header from Elliot Newby's cross, his 8th goal of the season. Crawley nearly struck back on the stroke of half-time. Clyde Lawless's neat turn and shot, though, was saved by Paul Farman. Adi Adiemo came close moments later, but he headed just wide. It took until the 64th minute for Crawley to draw level. A goalmouth scramble saw Lawless's shot hit Rory Freely's arm, and after a long pause, the referee eventually pointed to the spot. Danilo Orsi making no mistake, his 20th goal of the season. Lawless might have nicked it for Crawley at the end, but his header went wide, both teams settling for a share of the spoils. Crawley remain in 7th, but only just. Piers Hopkirk, BBC South East Today.
Now, some proof that age is no barrier to international sport. A team of hockey players in their 80s, named officially as a national squad for England, are set to play the Netherlands in Canterbury today. The team is one of only 3 national over 80s squads in the world, and they claim to be the oldest official team in any sport. Good for them. Time now for a look at the weather. Nina Ridge is with us. Well, it's bright, but it's a bit chilly.
It is a bit chilly. It's going to stay a bit chilly, unfortunately, over the next few days. But we will gradually start to lose the showers. We've still got a few around today, 1 or 2 tomorrow, but for most it is going to be dry with some sunny spells. And as we go through this afternoon, you can see the showers are fairly light and well scattered, but the winds are coming down from the northwest, and that's a cool direction for us. So temperatures reaching highs of 11 to 12 degrees. Still this evening, potentially a few showers out there. And as we head in towards the early hours tomorrow morning, those winds start to fall a little lighter, and with some clearer spells, they will dip down those temperatures to 4 or 5 degrees. I think the winds continue to be a little lighter through the day tomorrow, but they're switching round to more of a northeasterly, coming down from the North Sea. So if we do see some showers, they are more likely across parts of East Kent. But for many, it's going to be dry. There'll be some sunshine through the afternoon, and temperatures will lift up to around about 14 degrees, but they stay in the mid-teens through Friday and into Saturday, where we just start to see influence of high pressure. So it will stay dry and bright, but with that northerly wind, Ellie, it's still pretty chilly.
Don't take the coat off just yet. Thank you very much, Nina. Now in South East Today at 6:30.
Football was invented because blokes have got nothing to say to their mates.
We catch up with the legendary comic and author Ben Elton. He's returning to stand-up with a tour that takes in Tunbridge Wells, Canterbury, Hastings and Folkestone. More on that later. I'm back at 6:30, but from Nina and from me, bye-bye for now.